Hey everybody, this is the new Squatch thought of the day. I want to talk to you about a little something here. And some of you guys are familiar with my Facebook Live that I did a few days ago, or earlier this week. Talking about documentation and the deep insight behind that when it comes to collecting evidence and what we consider evidence and everything else. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to keep this short and sweet. I want to share a word with you that is crucial to understand. The word is perception. Okay? The word is perception. Broken trees, twisted trees, bent trees, foot tracks, hair. We come across these things in the field when we go out bigfooting. And we document them by taking pictures, doing videos. So that is our own documented evidence. What we consider evidence. We consider it evidence is because it's our perception of what we believe it to be, It's our perception of our understanding of what we consider to be evidence. Now, no one, especially me, I'm not saying what you find is not evidence. It's our perception, our self-perception of what we believe. Another word or understanding for perception is realization. It is our realization, our perception, that what we find, we relate to Bigfoot. I do that. There's a lot of things I contribute or believe that's related to Bigfoot. Through a lot of my photos and videos, absolutely. I make statements where I believe this is done by hands, or I believe this could be Bigfoot related. That's my perception. Also, I make sure it's clear that I say it's also the possibility. I never make clear statements or facts stating that what I find does belong to Bigfoot. I always state that I believe it could be Bigfoot. Because the way I look at things, I'm very objective. And that's the scientific side of me. Because what we perceive as our evidence, science will not accept what we find as evidence. Why? Well, number one, science is very objective, and science does not acknowledge the existence of Sasquatch. So we have to be careful. Well, when we tell other people, I got evidence, I can tell them too, I got evidence, but it doesn't, what we perceive as our evidence does not prove nothing. Unless the source of our own evidence is available, the truth is, we have nothing. If we don't have proof that what created and what left what we find, it's considered non-existing. It's considered made up. Let me repeat that. If we do not have the source of what is responsible for what we document, if we do not have the source of what we collect, if we do not have the source of what we associate or relate to Bigfoot, we still have nothing. Nothing has been proven. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Do you understand my point? I wanted to share this because this here is related to, this is related to what I spoke about earlier this week, for those who paid attention. We all have our own collected evidence. Again, it's our own evidence, because it's our perception of what we believe to be evidence that we relate to Bigfoot. I'll repeat one more time. It's not scientific evidence, because science does not acknowledge Science is objective. Science does not believe in the existence. Okay? Now, maybe you understand where I'm coming from. Think about what I'm saying very carefully here. I have documentation of tree breaks, twisted trees. I have a lot of pictures of my tracks I find. I got casted tracks. That's my evidence. But it's not science. Science does not consider it. So please understand what the perception means. It's also another word for realization. It's what's real to us. It's what our minds comprehend and perceive. All right? I hope this gives you a little bit of insight. Remember the word perception. Another word for that is realization. Our own understanding, our own awareness, our own belief, our own perception. I hope this little video helps you understand where I'm coming from. I hope you understand. Here's a little side note, slightly off the topic. Remember, folks, always be objective when we're out in the field. Always listen carefully about what you hear. It's very important. Take what you hear with a grain of salt. In other words, don't be so quick to accept what you hear. Don't be so quick to accept what you see. You have to be cautious. Thank you, guys. This is Daniel Benoit, Squatch Thought of the Day, and I'll be back later.